just got back from a huge thrift trip. I just spent the last 2 days traveling, countless hours and going to countless places. And my haul is finally all set up here in my dining room. It's a lot, but I'm going to take you through what I found. So starting up, the glassware on this trip was absolutely insane. I loved this set of cordial glasses. They've got like a spiraling to the cup itself, which I'm always a fan of. I also grabbed this brass candle snuff. Now, I don't know if I'm an old lady for liking candle snuffs. Do people still use these anymore? But I feel like if you're a candle girly, it's like the perfect accessory and piece of decor. I also grabbed these two crystal bud vases. This one has like a masculine shape to me. I don't know if that's just something that I think is real, but this one's more feminine to me. So I made sure to grab both, kind of like a his and her situation. And they're practical as much as they are beautiful. There was a lot of Mexican pottery that came out of this trip, and this is clearly a souvenir, probably from the mid-century, but I just really love the color and the texture, and I think it would look beautiful on a shelf. And speaking of pottery, another piece that I got, this one's signed on the bottom here by the original maker, and I just was in love with the pattern, that like terracotta color coming in with the flowers. There were two pictures that I brought home on this trip. This first one is this green and blue picture, again, signed on the bottom. And I think I'm going through my picture era, y'all. Like, I'm obsessed with these pictures. Some more pottery here. This one, I think, is from Costa Rica, and it has like this tropical motif, this butterfly and this hummingbird on either side there. And this is actually an antique Japanese lidded bowl. Quite old, but beautiful nonetheless. And this picture, y'all, I'm obsessed with this. If this doesn't sell, it's going to be staying home with me. I'm just in love with the pattern. I'm in love with the color. I mean, someone hand painted that. That's just stunning. Now, if you've been following my other videos, you know that I always go for the bejeweled brass. That is a material that I love to find. It's more rare to find. And that is a bud vase, so I really liked that. And this is actually a set of mid-century candlesticks, kind of a tulip shape there that I grabbed as well. And I have sold this copper bowl before. I just think they're a perfect piece of decor for styling in your home. They bring some warmth to everything. And now this I think might be the favorite thing that I found on this trip. It's a double-headed carved wooden duck, and it's a stash box. This panel at the bottom opens up to reveal a secret compartment. How freaking cool. We've got some pictures. We have some more ribbed glass here. Again, these are like classic essentials of the home, so I always make sure that I pick these up. And we brought back some silver this time, y'all. Some of these are nickel plated. Some of these are, silver plated, but we've got some sugar tongs or some ice tongs. And this shape is actually meant for asparagus, but I think you could use it for any type of vegetable or even cake, personally. Libby glasses are a must grab for me. These things are heavy, and honestly, like, they're indestructible. You can drop these on a floor and they won't chip or break. And this is something I feel like I have to explain myself buying this frog, y'all, but I was in like a folky mood this trip. Like, not something I normally go for, but he's articulated. He's really fun. I'm hoping someone loves him and takes him home. This, however, is classic Copperseal. This is Copperseal all day, every day, this antique candlestick. I got a lot of brass candlesticks on this trip. This one has more of like a turned shape to it. But these are old, y'all. They're heavy and they're just beautiful. We've got some, these are more Libby glasses. Again, I always go for a Libby glass. This is like an atomic shape, very mid-century, the textured glass there. I love a rocks glass. I feel like they're so sexy. They look great on a bar, great on a buffet. This is such a sweet, sweet, solid brass candelabra with the bird perching on the branch there. I'm really, really finding that I love more sculptural elements in the home. This great little piece of pottery here, again, signed on the bottom. This one's like etched or hand-drawn with like a wave pattern, and it's one of a kind. I'm obsessed with it. This pottery piece too is also great. I think this one's signed. Yeah, signed on the bottom there, and it's got this like flaky combed pattern to it, and I just really loved the color. This is from Nicaragua. This has this like tropical bird and flora motif around it, the beautiful red color. And I have a lot of interior designers that follow me, and they're always looking for like objet d'art or like things that they can use to put on top of a stack of books or something like that. So I grabbed that maraca. And same with this tray too. People are often looking for like stylish containers to hold things to keep themselves organized. Now, this was a score of a century. I have been coveting these Hurdy turpentine pots, but I can never find them at a good price. I think I brought back like 7 of those this trip. This beautiful planter, it's from Italy actually, and so I definitely grabbed that. And I will always grab a decanter. This one has like a very masculine, almost like nautical shape to it. I can't describe it. It's heavy too, which is always great. Another decanter and shot glass set here with like an etched glass. This set is actually from Bulgaria, and I am obsessed with the painting on that, the glaze on that. More cordial glasses, and again, y'all, I don't drink cordial. I do love cordial and I do love sherry, but these are great for anything that you want to drink. You don't have to drink, obviously, cordial or sherry within those. This vase isn't old, but I love the shape. It's like a lab vase, and again, great for styling, great for a bookshelf. And I also grabbed this pitcher. This is Japanese. I think it was part of a larger tea set at one point, but I think it's still beautiful and has like a gold leafing stripe to it, which is a really nice touch. This tray is stunning. I'll show you a bigger picture of that later. And we've got that shell box there. And then these coupes are really fun. Now, I haven't been able to source exactly what these are. I know that like Free People did like a gradient rip of these, but I got a pair and I think they're really cool. This is like a carved wood, like bud vase. It has tripod legs, which I thought is really interesting. Y'all know I love something that's footed or has legs. So I grabbed that as well. And then this, I think, is a sample, like a paint sample that a pottery studio used, but it's still functional. I think it's great. Clipper ship in a bottle, classic. I don't normally go for this. I don't normally go for nautical stuff, but the shape on that bottle was really interesting to me, so I grabbed that. And this was like a bubble glass like vase, a bubble glass like bowl, which I thought was good. I've got some more wicker, some baskets. You know, I'm always going to grab baskets. I got this beautiful pair of turned wood candlesticks that are very handsome. And guys, the pottery was popping off this trip. This piece has the original studio stamped on the bottom. Beautiful red, like dark red glaze. And I also grabbed these 2 bowls. Y'all, if you can help me in the comments to find out where these bowls are from. I couldn't find any maker, but I'm obsessed with them. These 2 bowls are from Mexico. There's a bigger green one and a smaller beige one, and I'm hoping someone grabs the set of these because they're just stunning. Again, they're decorative, but they're also useful. You can use them in your kitchen. Now, on the floor here, we're overflowing the table, but I want to show you a few things that I grabbed that are a little bit bigger. This pair of like honeycomb terracotta planters are to die for. I also grabbed a few Autobahn prints this trip. Again, they're classic, they're timeless. And I love when I can find original art. This one is technically unfinished, you can tell because the underpainting is still there. But I don't know what it is, but I love an unfinished painting. I love seeing the red undertones. Some paint by numbers, some more art that I can show you guys in another video. I grabbed 2 of these 10-inch bud vases. Again, these are classic. This is timeless stuff right here. And this planter really caught my eye. I'm actually surprised I'm not keeping this for myself, but really great kind of relief on that. And again, the sculptural stuff was really coming out of this trip. This is like this beautiful metal flower sculpture inside like a real piece of wood that I thought was just beautiful and darling. Now this I am keeping because, as y'all know, I love a mask and I'm trying to build my mask wall. And I'm very picky about my masks for that, so I'm keeping that one. Grabbed a few other little things here. You can see the lamps kind of in the corner. That Yanomami gathering basket is stunning. And then lastly here, I'll show you a few things in this basket. First of all, the basket is incredible. It's twig willow. Pair of fish copper molds. I've got a few folks that collect these, so I went ahead and grabbed those. And then this right here is a collection of metal shadow casters from an artist that I actually met when I was out thrifting. And he made these in the 90s, and he made all sorts of different vegetables. And so I grabbed all the ones that I really love there. And then last up, we've got this like antique drying rack, which again is kind of a classic. But that is the haul. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're following me, and happy thrifting.